So, you're an SFM user, right? You love using SFM, you have used SFM for a very long time, but later you start to realize that SFM is a very old software and that you don't really want to use SFM anymore. Have you ever considered moving to Blender? The crazy software that everyone talks about. Well, probably not everyone because it's very confusing software. What if I told you that this is a mini series that can help you, yes you, figure out the basics of Blender and some other cool things? Well, this might be the playlist just for you. So welcome to the first video in this series. Hey, what's going on? It's your girl, CircusOfFun here, and today I am going to be starting this series by starting with something basic, which is how to import Source Filmmaker models into Blender. Without further ado, let's start this, shall we? So first, you are going to want to open up your handy dandy Source Filmmaker. Rest in peace, Source Filmmaker. You will be missed. But once you have your crispy yet beautiful Source Filmmaker open, you are going to right-click here, create animation set for new model. Just give it a second. And then you go to your handy dandy Steam. I really need to stop saying handy dandy. And then find a model to your liking that you would like to subscribe to, or in other words, download. I'm going to be covering how to go through and remove any unwanted skins because you know how some models have multiple skins. But if you recognize this is the Spring Bonnie model that I used for my Control series. I will have a link to the series in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. And shout out to Whoops. So Whoops made this model, I believe. So very great job. But yeah, we're just gonna subscribe to the model. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now we are going to rescan this so then it actually downloads the model. And then you can either close Source Filmmaker or keep it open. I highly recommend if you're in Blender and you want to subscribe to another model while you're in Blender, I recommend keeping Source Filmmaker open so then you don't have to waste more time by opening up Source Filmmaker over and over, if you get me. And then you're going to open up the crazy software Blender. This is what it will look like at first. Right here you can see you can create a new file, you can do all this, and then to move around you press down on your middle mouse and hold and drag. And that's how you move like that to rotate. And then you see this little hand right here? Move the view. That is how you move left and right, or anyway. So that's pretty handy. And the way too, if you want to save your files so you don't lose all your work, that would suck, right? You go up here to File, Save As, and then you just title it whatever. I'll just title it Test, and then save it wherever you want to your liking. I'll save it in Documents, for example. Any place that you'll remember where it is, and then Save As. And then if you go into your files, boom, you can see the session is saved. Plus, if you accidentally lose work if Blender were to crash, you can go to File when you open up Blender again, Recover. I recommend Autosave or Last Session. And just beware too, if you press Autosave or Last Session to try to recover your work, it may not save some, but it will save most of it probably. But just to let you know so it's not a surprise that sometimes it doesn't save every exact detail. But anyways, we can just remove the cube. But how you import your model is you go to File, Import, Source Engine Assets. Now this is a link that you'll have to download. I will have the link to that in the description. And when you go to the website, when you first click on the link, you'll see in, I believe, the upper right-hand corner, there's going to be a big green sign that says Code. And then you click on that and then download as a zip file. And I'll show you how to put that in right now. So in order to import it, you go to Edit, Preferences, go to where it says Add-ons. Then you just go right here, Install from Disk. And then you'll just simply import this, source.io master.zip, as a zip file, and then you'll just press install from disk. But as I was saying, you go to import source engine assets. So when you press on this, you'll go to the first option, which is source model, and then go to wherever your workshop file is, because that's where your models will be downloaded. And also, if you want to make things quicker, you could just copy this link, and then after that, you would just simply copy and paste this, which, boom, brings you right to it. And that's pretty nice too if like you're subscribed to a lot of things and you can't navigate quickly. But we're just going to go back here, Models, UFMP, and then we are going to download the Spring Bonnie MDL. And then there you go. You can see the model has officially imported. So now if you want to, you can select the armature right here, and then you can click on here, move, and then you can just simply drag like that. And then to undo, Control Z, similar to Source Filmmaker. And if you want to see the armature more easily, you can go right here to where my mouse is, Data, Viewport Display, and then you see where it says Display As, you can click on this and then choose Stick. And then you can see that you can see the bones way more easier. So that's pretty nice. Now, you can see obviously that we have multiple skins, right? So one way that you can do this is you can just, oh, no, not hide Spring Bonnie. You just click on what you want to hide right here. You can see it selected. And then over here, this is where all your objects are. You can see that the blue means that that's the one that's selected. So you can simply go to where the eye is right here, hide in viewport. So that won't get rid of it, we'll just hide it. And then if you want to look back at it, you just simply click on the eye again. But that's how you can hide stuff. And then I'll just hide this one too. So now you can see that he just has one bow tie. And also you can see that up here, these are the different views that you can use. So the solid view is technically basic for like behind the scenes and stuff. The wireframe can be useful for other things. The material preview is what will show the textures in action. So now you can see his textures are showing. And then this last one, of course you guessed it, is what it will look like when you render. You can see he has these eyes right here, right? Little do you know, the eyes have skins too. So what you can do is you can hide the eye textures that you don't technically need. So now I'm just left with one skin showing. But if you go over here, you can see that I have eye size left, which means that I have this eye right here selected. Even though it's selecting both, I have this eye selected. If I go down here to where it says value, that will basically scale it. So if you look at the left eye, you can see that it's scaling down. Isn't that pretty cool, right? And then you can do the same thing for eye size right here. So that's pretty cool. And one more thing that I want to cover really fast too is you see that he has this yellow skin, right? Well, this model that I downloaded, he technically has a purple suit too, which I'll show you right now. If you want to change this yellow skin to the purple one, you simply go to where it says shading right here. And then you can scroll with your middle mouse to zoom in. And then you can see right here, these don't worry, I know it looks very complicated at first, but don't worry, I am here. I will guide you step by step. But you can see that whatever object you click on, the materials down here, they change. But for now, we're just going to use the mask, for example. So this right here, this little thing right here, that is the image file. This right here, this is the main texture. So if I, for example, I remove this, you can see that I removed this because we have these materials right here. This is the suit 2, which is the thing that we're actually selecting. So we can just press Ctrl Z to undo that. But the thing that we actually want to choose is the mask. But you can see right here that this color right here and this right here looks the same. So we are going to go to suit 1. When we go over here, same thing, remove this, you can see that now the texture of the mask is gone. So what we can do for this is we can just go to purple suit, plug this back in, and then boom! You see that it is now purple. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's basically something about textures. I will have a tutorial for this too. But yeah, that was the basic tutorial of how to import a Source Filmmaker model into Blender. And the same tools here can be used for importing maps too. I'll basically just show you really fast before I end this. So import, go right here, and then you would just go to source, map. I don't have any maps downloaded right now, but basically the same thing. You would go to workshop, models, and then I believe your maps would show right here because maps too are basically models. But I hope that this was helpful. Leave any questions down in the comments if I missed something, or if you have any questions about something, I'd be more than happy to try to answer. And if you're new to this channel too, hello, I am CircusOfFun. I do music production, I do 3D animation, I make posters, I do reaction videos, and I also do helpful content like this, tutorials. So if you want to see more cool content like this that can be insightful too, feel free to leave a like and a comment. Don't forget to subscribe for more content from me and hit that bell for notifications to see when I post new videos. And But I guess I will see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye bye.